Over 50 years ago, this is how prostitutes used to dress. People were so disgusted by it. In fact, governments then would arrest and pick up people who were like this. But today, this is how a regular teenager would dress and go to the gym. In fact, if you speak up against such outfits now, you will become the problem. Now the question is this: where did it go wrong? How did we get here? Cultural normalization happens to 3 phases. The first phase is the subtle implementation. Then the second phase is the emotional control of public reaction. Then the third phase is the quiet programming that happens over an extended period of time. And you see this happening even today. You see this happening with media. You see it happening with movies, music, with influencers. And whether you believe it or not, even you as a believer, you're not immune to it. Today, you see believers arguing today whether it's okay to have sex before marriage, arguing about same-sex marriages, arguing about how you dress. We even find it hard to draw the line now. The world understands these 3 things, but it seems like the church is still the only one still trying to catch up. Why we keep treating Christianity as something that exists within just the 4 walls of the church. The world is shaping a generation and shaping what they believe is normal. When believers eventually do climb into any sphere of influence, we tend to treat our faith as one thing and our career as something else entirely. We go to church on Sundays, then Mondays to Saturdays, we just focus on our career path. A governor must understand that he's first a son before a governor. A lawyer must understand that she's first a daughter of the kingdom before her profession. Understand that she's sent. Now, don't get me wrong. There's no problem with the pulpit. In fact, we need the pastors, we need the prophets. Without them, we will not even have the sons. But it's also supposed to end there. While we have the Moses raising the staff, we still need the Joseph to speak to Pharaoh. A body that is just a hand becomes a disabled body. One of the decadence that we saw in Israel was in the time of Elijah, Almighty Elijah. But yet, Israel was plummeting into darkness. You know why? Because the king, he did not have sense. A nation can be full of pastors and prophets and still plummet into darkness if there are no sons on the throne. That's why I laugh when I hear people say, oh, despite all the pastors and churches in Nigeria is still the way it is. Of course it's still the way it is. If all we do is have focus on the pulpit and not have sons enter various spheres of influence. If we don't begin to change our mindset on how we see ministry, we would always be on the defense. We need more sons in the media. We need more sons in the government. Not instead of the pulpit. We need more sons beyond the pulpit. You are a son before you are anything else. That has to run underneath everything you do and in every room you find yourself. These are some of the things that we're going to be unpacking this Saturday, August 8th, at the Beyond the Pulpit conference, The Emergence of Son. It's going to be happening in David Christian Center in Lekki. If you want to show or partner with this, please comment build and I'm going to send you a link to do so. Sons are emerging. Are you going to be one of them?